Good afternoon, teacher and classmate. Today we are going to talk about the Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is an interesting field about a tradition repeated by a culture that evolves what we see on our TV. And some shows a reality where the fittest survives. The Hunger Games, besides having its own book, it's a science fiction, action, and drama films. Its premiere was on March 23rd, 2012, as in much of Latin America.
The Hunger Games. The film takes place in an uncertain period of time after the destruction of the current North America in a country known as Panem, which is divided into 13 districts. All the districts tried to start a revolution against the capital, but the capital won and that District 13 was destroyed. And as a punishment, the capital created the Hunger Games, in which two participants, one male and one female, between the ages of 12 and 18 years old, between the ages of 12 and 13 years old, from each district are forced to compete in the games. And when Katniss Everdeen knew that her sister was selected as one of the tributes for the games, she volunteers to take her place. And she, with another guy, have to fight for herself, her sister, and their district.
There are many reasons why you should watch The Hunger Games, and now I am going to talk about some of these reasons. First, it is filled up with nice action scenes, great camera work, and plenty of adventure. Second, it's such a wholesome movie that it has watched not only by teens, but also watched by kids and adults of all ages. Third, it's a mainstream movie. It has had the broadest audience base for a set of books since Harry Potter. Fourth, the plot is so different from other ones that you had never imagined that a group of young boys and girls have to fight for their life while rich people entertain themselves watching that on the TV. And finally, it has a fantastic soundtrack. In this album you can find some artists like Taylor Swift, Maroon 5, etc. So this is all of this.
Also, this movie has some negative aspects. The huge injustice of capitalism. The capital throughout the film shows how the political system or model that dominates, controls, and regulates the economics of society, causing a remarkable inequality for districts with rules. It was so nerve-wracking for poor people at that time. The model of society that arises in that film is not far from reality, and the context in which in recent decades in Peru and Latin America is this, capitalism. I think this movie is not a wholesome film because it gives away the drawbacks about capitalism and how people suffer from this.
The Hunger Games is one of my favorite movies and it has no comparison with another one. There are a few things that make this movie one of the big budget mainstream movies. First, the effects that they use are so exciting that hook you on and make you to want to finish all the saga. The adapting of the book to the film makes it one of the most interesting movies of all the times. We don't have to forget the amazing roles that developed Josh Hutcherson and Jennifer Lawrence. They are such a talented actors. This movie is a big example of how a book has to be adapted to the big screen. Thank you.